It's the letters
Letters.
episode, letter bag episode.
Letter bag.
What did you letters? That's the Letterman theme. Letters. We get letters.
Letters.
We get lots and lots of letters. Letters. Copyright Tofop. If you want to write into us, you should.
And we would be the first and only Australian show that ever ripped off David Letterman.
Do you remember? I mean, you're aware of Letterman. I didn't know about Letterman. I just thought Steve Vizard.
Yeah.
And then I saw Letterman like, wait a
Can't
minute.
believe this David Letterman has ripped off Steve
Steve
Vizard's
Vizard's.
top 7 list and turned it into a top 10.
What was his? Who was his Paul? Count Paul Grabowski.
Was his
He's a band leader.
yes.
That's right.
That was Steve
Paul
Vizard's
Schaefer?
band leader.
Paul Schaefer, yeah.
Paul Schaefer is Letterman's
Yes.
author of It's Raining Men.
Yep.
But Count Paul Grabowski.
Count Paul Grabowski. And what was Vizard's like? You didn't have to do that. That was his catchphrase, was it? Like he would
What's
come
that?
out, like people would applaud and. He'd do his and think, you didn't have to do that. And that was his like, woo! He said the line. That was his, I didnn't do it. Line.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that.
I don't remember people liking the Steve Vizard show at the time. I seem to remember people were quite derisive of it in the moment. Or was it popular?
No, it was popular at the time.
It was?
Yeah, it definitely
Okay.
was popular at the time. Although there was a period of time in which Richard Stubbs became the Friday night or the regular fill-in and would do Friday nights even, I think. And he was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think there was that period of he's like a real top of his game stand-up, who's used to working the clubs and really knows his jokes. And yeah, but my memories of this are so faded. I don't really have any clear memories of it.
Yeah, I don't really have much either. I just remember being annoyed by it. I think I remember there's something about Steve Vizard that I never. I loved him when he was on. Was it Fast Forward or Full Frontal? Which came first?
Yep, Fast Forward.
Yeah,
I
Fast
think.
Forward. But then when he got out of playing characters and started being himself,
When he would do Darren Hunch.
Darren Hunch, the flight attendants. God, they did a Cosby. They did a Cosby Show sketch. Do you remember that?
No.
They did a full blackface
What?
Cosby Show.
No.
Oh, I swear.
That's not. Oh.
Can you?
That is
I'm
the
not imagining that.
worst thing that has ever been associated with the name Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I remember. I remember the timing. I'm not sure we can do
Blackface?
this. Yeah.
Is this the Magda?
Yeah.
The famous Magda sketch. I've seen a screenshot of that come up as trolls have tried to, Magda's
put her in her
addressed.
place.
Yeah, Magda's
Yeah.
addressed it and apologized and etc. But I have seen
Yeah,
that,
see.
so that's what that
Yeah,
is.
Steve
from, is
Vizard
that-
played Bill Cosby.
Oh, so
in the
Vizard-
sketch. They all played
Why does Vizard get off scot free? Is it just
because he's not the public eye
agitated?
anymore,
Right.
and he's not. Yeah, he's not the left wing.
Yeah.
Fucking Chardonnay sipping.
Okay.
Did you find it?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. The whole
Let's
thing.
not
I'll
look at
just
it.
Leave it. But
Do you want to look at it? No.
No, we can't, can we?
No, just leave it. But the funny about
No, just leave
Just
it.
leave it, fellas.
Just leave it. No, kids.
Nah, it's all
just,
right. Let's
just
move
leave-
on, eh?
Let's just leave that alone, shall we? Come on.
Reddit Steve Vizard, the top post. I remember an interview Vizard gave where he said they only had 2 weeks to put the whole show together, so the only option they had was to rip off Letterman's show because they all loved it. The first comment underneath is, "Was that really the only option?"
Yeah. The only option we had, rather than come up with something original. But having said that, talk shows, they all have the same format.
Of course they do, which is why it's so ridiculous that they didn't bother changing it.
Yeah.
Because
All you need to couch a
all of them
band.
have some version of that. And of course, Letterman's show was some version of what Carson or whoever beforehand had
And
done
it's not
those
like the
shows
top
as well.
10 list or the top 7 list is
No, but
particularly
just don't
groundbreaking.
But just don't take. I mean, I think didn't he even throw the pens Letterman threw the pen.
Right,
wasn't
right.
it all the affectations? It was the throwing away of the cue cards after the bits and flicking the pens at the camera, and so it was yes, take. I mean, in the same way as
have a couch and guest and a band.
in the same way as every breakfast radio show has had some version of Beat the Bomb or Secret
Yeah.
Sound or whatever, but you just call it something different.
Yeah.
You don't go, ours is a top 7 list. We couldn't come up with 3 more.
Everyone relax!